one of the provisions in Joe Biden's so-called Build Back Better Act will have bank accounts report to the IRS any transaction that you have over $600. And understandably, people are concerned because this seems like they're basically just spying on Americans. I have a few clips that I want to show you where Nancy Pelosi and Janet Yellen are defending this policy.
One of the pay-fors in the Build Back Better bill that's been proposed is IRS cracking down on some unpaid taxes. They're concerned about this tracking of transactions that is greater than $600. So Americans are starting to be worried about this. Do you think that this is going to stay in the reconciliation bill? And what do you say to Americans who are concerned about it?
Yes, there are concerns that some people have. But if people are breaking the law and not paying their taxes, one way to track them is through the banking measure.
So naturally, a lot of people are concerned about this bill because they may try to argue that they're trying to catch millionaires and billionaires who are avoiding taxes. But I really don't think that millionaires are dealing in transactions of only $600. And if they are, well, I guess that makes me a millionaire because I've had a few of those transactions myself.
Do you think you need to do a better job at messaging and going forward? How do you sell this if ultimately you have to?
Well, I think you all could do a better job of selling it, to be very frank with you.
That clip is very telling because Pelosi wants the reporters to do her job and try and make the bill appear better than it actually is. Their job is to report on the bill, not to convince us that it's a good bill. So she's doing a horrible job and basically just saying that she shouldn't be in Congress anymore. But last, we have a clip from Janet Yellen, again trying to justify spying on Americans, pretending that it's not that big a deal.
You want banks to report transactions of $600 or more. That's what the IRS wants. Does this mean that the government is trying to peek into our pocketbooks if you want to look at $600 transactions?
Absolutely not. I think this proposal has been seriously mischaracterized, that we have a tax gap that over the next decade is estimated at $7 trillion, namely a shortfall in the amount that IRS is collecting due to a failure of individuals to report the income that they've earned.
But that's among billionaires. Is that among people who are transferring $600?
No, it tends to be among high-income individuals whose income is opaque. There's a lot of tax fraud and cheating that's going on, and all that's involved in this proposal is a few aggregate numbers about bank accounts, the amount that was received in the course of a year, the amount that went out in the course of the year.
So in other words, she's telling us not to worry about it because they won't look at what you're spending those $600 on. Instead, they're just looking at how much money you take in and out of your bank account over the course of a year, as if that's information the government needs to have. But the Democrats will do anything to try and make rich people pay their fair share. It's their favorite slogan for a reason.